Hello and welcome back. Our next game in the elimination bracket is ready. Sentinels taking on Cloud9 on the Bravo stream. We'll be bringing you guys all the action. Cassid, of course, I'm Coolest. Joining me is Active. And we just saw Sentinels come off a 3-1 victory against Reversal Perfy, where it looked dire at moments.
Yeah, Sentinels have had a rough road thus far in this tournament, but they've come out on top, and that's the most important thing, right? It's just about now continuing on that domination as this series goes on. Cloud9 are going to be a little bit of a tougher opponent. I think they've been playing phenomenal in London, and if they can continue that towards Sentinels, they could go pretty far. But against Sentinels, I think they've already hit that point where they're, you know, they broke past that wall, right? There's always dips and valleys in everything you do, and they've already passed that really tough point in the tournament. I think it's only upwards from here.
Tusk has been having a fantastic tournament for Cloud9. I'd like to see him kind of continue on that trend. They're gonna have success here today, but Sceptify with this sniper getting some big shots. If he can continue on that rampage, potentially find some space for his team to grab this ball and to get some much needed time.
Yeah, Sceptify does have sniper. He's gonna go towards the top tower, and this will be a little bit of time here for Cloud9, but very quickly to push through is gonna be Sentinels. It's 3 down for Cloud9. Last player alive is Suspector, and you see that he's on that cut side. He's going to be taken out pretty quickly. The problem is that's a staggered spawner, so now it's going to be Cloud9 who have to wait for him to spawn back up before they can make any push happen.
And this is such a tough spot for Cloud9 because you see Precision just waiting for the word that he can come in on the flank, and he is feasting on the players at Cloud9. That quantum translocator will let him get away, but I don't think it's going to make much of a difference on the status of Cloud9's push, as Precision has been just dominating his way throughout that map. This is fantastic from Precision. That's exactly why you pick up a player like him. Just a great nose to getting into that damage, was able to play that perfectly. And if he could be aware of this rotation here, I'd like to, I'd like to see him maybe try to hit this thing towards cuts, but he's gonna take it head on.
Yeah, it looks like that push will come through the big door, and it's going to be Sentinels who are not really ready for it. Cloud9 make a break. They get 3 down. I think that rotation would have been the right play, but you see, with 3 down, they wait about 3 seconds to pick up that ball. It's things like that that could really add up for this Cloud9 roster. This ball time needs to be acquired, and it's, again, ball down, waiting for an opportunity to get these slays. And look, Sentinels just grab the ball, and they're going to rotate it towards B. I don't know what kind of ball control this is, but it's not good.
Great shots from the side of Sentinels to laser those players of Cloud9 coming through the door. And Cloud9's just been struggling on getting the kills and then finding the setup, right? They've been able to get the kills, but there hasn't been that follow-up played. Oh my, used the body, said, hey, that's not going anywhere. The repulse was not enough. And oh boy, new turn for body block, right? Not just taking damage, but blocking balls off the map.
All right, well, Cloud9, they find a spark of brilliance here. They hit that setup onto A. It's going to be Tusk on the top of tower. Talked about him as an individual player and what he's been capable of doing in this tournament, how he's been playing, and would 100% agree this is probably one of the best tournaments we've seen Tusk play in thus far. He continues on that domination. A quick play ball coming out from Sceptify. Tusk trying to find a little bit of a kill here on that B side. And my goodness, Tusk is not missing a killing spree for him.
Right, Tusk, you know, he's not expected to be that main slayer for the team, right? Normally known as like a glue player and an IGL, but he's definitely stepped up at moments in the tournament this weekend to be that slayer. Has a 0.96 for the weekend, just behind Suspector at Sab at 1.03, now 1.02. Cloud9 have been playing a very tight game with all 4 of those players really having close work on the kill death ratios.
Well, Sentinels take out Tusk, and with that they get tower control and ball as well. 3 down for the side of Sentinels though. So although Sentinels will look to have that control, a couple of kills from this Cloud9 roster will allow them to get that ball rotated towards the A side. The problem is their anchor player in Tusk did end up dying on that side of the map. So now Sab's got to play a bit of a slow game here. on that key door. Suspector does help him out and assist him in that kill. It's going to be 1 down for each side. Sab understands a push is coming towards the bottom center, looking for an opportunity to maybe get a kill or two. And it's 2 down for Cloud9, so he's got a lot of work ahead of him, and he gets taken out quick.
I love how fast Sentinels is on finding a player and finishing off that kill. They are soaring ahead whenever they find someone and having a lot of confidence that they're going to be able to find that kill. And just those one-off kills just make it a lot easier to make the next decision, right? It's a lot easier for the player to decide, do I pick up this ball and just hold it out? Do I need to go push out and find the next spawn? And I love that. I love how Precision throws it off the bubu. He says, hey, I got this quad translocator. I'm going to go have some fun. Will you finish off this ball time for the team?
Bubu's got that repulse as well. We could potentially see that ball getting repulsed off the map. No, there's a lot of nades coming. He's not going to be able to play this ball. Cloud9 are so fast to get to the back of green. And because of that, I'll have a bit of a couple of seconds of time. That mind the gap will be good. Only 11 points needed for the side of Sentinels to close out this round number 1. And it's up to Cloud9 to make sure and try and stop that. But look, it looks like it's all but over. Look at the setup here. Sentinels locked in on this back green side. They will get round number 1 in very, very good fashion.
Yeah, just really punishing plays all around from the boys over on Sentinels. Cloud9 never felt like they had a true setup the entire game. They're getting outslayed, but it's not like a massive outslay, right? Like, it's a few round of slays. It's just the kills for Sentinels are immediately acted upon. They're doing a fantastic job of getting ball time and translating slays into objective time.
Ball drop.
2 slays go down for Sentinels. Can Cloud9 translate that? Ball is down on the top of C plat. Sab gets a kill on that C plat with the snipe, but ends up trading out and loses it. 2 down for each side. No one really able to get any sort of control. It's 3 down for Sentinels, but the last player on Sentinels is going to be Falcated, and he has the camo to work with. This camo is vital in this situation. He can utilize it to create time for his team to push up, get a couple of quick kills. He gets 1 with an assist, and takes another player on top tower down to no shields, but quickly gets removed directly after that.
Dubu patient on his pillar. Knows he's getting surrounded on both sides. Almost would like to see an early play of that sniper, understanding that, yeah, my teammates are spawning that far away. It's probably better that I just don't give Cloud9 the option to have this snipe, because for the first time in this game now, we're seeing Cloud9 have a true setup. With Suspector hitting the headshot off a player at Sentinels off spawn, Sentinels are going to be a little bit more slow to act on this oddball, meaning that Cloud9, for the first time in this game, are going to be able to accumulate a bit of time.
Sceptify accumulating that time inside of mud. There is a player on the top tower side. You see the bottom center push from pillars. And of course, it's Sceptify who realizes it, decides to play the ball early. And that will allow Cloud9 maybe to come off a spawn and throw a couple of nades, but I believe Sentinels are going to have control, especially with this repulse down bottom center. But 2 kills go in the hands of Cloud9, and that's huge for them. That early play ball ended up panning out.
All right, Cloud9's been doing a fantastic job this round of completely changing what went wrong, right? Making those small adjustments from round 1 to round 2. And that's a big thing for the team to realize in the middle of a game where you're losing, what is going wrong, right? And sometimes it can be pretty hard to identify what exactly is not going right. Cloud9 has clearly made a concerted effort to be more efficient with their ball time this time around, to get themselves set up and ready for these ball holds, and it's paid off with a 34-second lead early in the second round.
And they have 2 down for the side of Sentinels. Make that 3. Falcated goes down as well. LethuL, last player alive. It's going to be a camo now in the hands of Tusk. Decides to pop it immediately. You saw a couple of camo holds previous on, let's say, Lucid from Optic, but a quick pop of the camo and being on the other side of the map could maybe bite him in the butt. It's Sniper at the top center, though. Decides to take the route towards that. I just feel like this camo, a lot of time has been wasted, and not a lot has been done with it.
Yeah, I feel that Tusk could have been a little bit more risky with it, just off what we were seeing. Though I don't necessarily hate the pop right away because you have a big lead, right? The way how the Sentinels get back into a game, it's by giving a camouflage that you had on your hand into the opposing team. So I understand why you pop it, but I feel like Cloud9 with how they've been playing, you should be pretty confident when you have that 3-4 down to try to stretch the value of a power up.
I 100% agree. We'll see if that continues to happen as this game goes on. The route is what really concerned me there. But he's got sniper still. Ends up taking the ball back towards A. It's one down on the side of Sentinels in precision. He has one bullet of snipe to work with. And again, this ball sits on that A pillar. No ball time being acquired here. Finally, someone picks up the ball. It's going to be Sceptify. But they're just so concerned about this push, right? Sceptify gets the kill. Sab gets the kill. 3 down immediately. And you hear me talking about the fact that that ball should be picked up, but because that ball wasn't picked up, it's an immediate sweep of the Sentinels roster.
This has been fantastic for Cloud9. This is a team renewed in the way that they're playing. This is promising as we go into the series. I thought this was almost going to be a Sentinels 3-0, not even an attempt from Cloud9 when we watched that first round, but I'm glad to see that this team is being resilient, and that shows that they have leadership behind their team. Like they're listening to each other, they're trusting each other on how to make these changes, and looks like it's going to result in a successful second round, barring any big plays by LethuL and the crew in these final moments.
I love this play by Tusk, isolating so many different angles here. Ends up getting the kill as well with the spawn coming out on that camo side. This will be also camo control for the side of Cloud9. 2 players from Sentinels, though, on that C side, decides to take a risky jump on top of the platform. Camo now stuck up there, but Suspector in a position to get a massive kill. He's got to get this kill onto Falcated. If he can do that, he can get camo, but Falcated comes out on top of that one. Sceptify does have positioning on that camo, and he just popped it. So this is Cloud9's round to win.
Falcated, I'm surprised he was even able to get a trade out there. He was the last player alive. Cloud9 let him live for longer, which I don't necessarily hate, because if you wait longer, then you can try to get him on the respawn while his teammates go up to try to inherently put Sentinels down more numbers, and I think that plan works to a T. Just 9 more seconds for Cloud9 to tie this thing up as we go into a round 3.
Yeah, that I honestly agree that was a phenomenal round. I think there was a couple of slip-ups there by Cloud9, but they pulled it together. The teamwork looks really solid. They're able to force the spawns consistently in positions where they were free to get that ball time. I also like that they dropped the ball many times when a push is about to occur, so they're all 4 guns up in order to stop that push. We'll see if they can continue that here in round number 3. This would be a massive game number 1 win here for Cloud9 if they're able to pull this off.
Something that Sentinels was been familiar with in the last round, though, right? They lost that first game to Reversal Perfy. They still made their comeback throughout. What I want to see is these top 2 slayers on Cloud9, Suspector and Sab, to keep that consistency throughout this entire series. Right now, they're playing incredible Halo. Oftentimes, though, we see that burnout. They need to prevent that from happening. Keep playing on this high level, challenge Sentinels at all facets of the game, and go toe-to-toe with these slayers of Precision and Falcated.
Oh, I cannot believe he gets spotted right there. That's camo now out of the hands of Cloud9. In fact, turn it into a double there for Falcated. 3 down, but Suspector, last player alive, gets a double, almost gets a triple as well. That would have been massive, but he ends up falling, and that 20-point lead is stopped by Sentinels, and now they have a setup on the tower side with the snipe in the hands of bubu.
Trying to get aggressive over here on the green side. And I like how aggressive they are pushing out that green side, but they're putting a lot of faith on Precision to win over on the tower side. He does just that for his team for the moment. But when you're aggressive on your outlet push, it gives your ball player an option to rotate early, and that's how you get huge chunks of time. Unfortunately for Sentinels, though, they're just not quite able to string together the slays needed to have that fluid rotation.
Falcated picks up the snipe from Bubu's body and is able to utilize it to get a kill for himself. Cloud9 getting some scrappy time here. I really like this. End up playing the ball now, but that scrappy time they definitely needed. That being said, it's two Cloud9 players that spawn on the back of green. Sab still alive back there, but he somehow finds a way to get out. And him living is very important just due to the fact that this camo is coming up in about 5 seconds. Cloud9 need to take control of this, and they need to take this player off a top tower and Falcated first.
You can see Sentinels have clearly set themselves off opposite of the camo. They're essentially giving this away. They're going to let Precision maybe try to get a kill on that camo player isolated, and he'll be able to get the trade. Precision does his job, right? He takes down the camo, but they are playing for time, and they're able to extract some good time. The question is, would you have rather given up that time and kept your sniper and potentially get a camouflage to go with it? Or do you really want to try to just extract as much ball time and objective efficiency off every kill that you're getting?
Well, that objective efficiency is definitely shining through as they rotate the ball towards the bottom center of the map. Sab, you asked for him to continue to slay, and that's exactly what he's doing. 31, 10, and 24. 40 points for Cloud9. Sentinels, though, they wipe the face of Cloud9 in that A side, and because of that, they're able to take control for themselves. LethuL, a staggered player on that B side. They understand the importance of taking him out. He's the first one to fall, and now the push will commence. It's up to Tusk to get some early damage. He gets one kill and some damage into Bubu as well. This will be a break here for the side of Cloud9.
Enemy has the ball.
And unfortunately for Sentinels, the spawn's not going to be anywhere close for them to contest this ball. Right now, they're getting outslayed. That's a surprising thing to say about the Sentinels team, but it's the stack team duo, Sav and Suspector. 32 apiece, right? 64 kills between these two players. It's causing mayhem for Sentinels. They're just not quite sure how to exactly handle it yet. So far, Sentinels is in this game because of how efficient they've been when they've been able to slay out Cloud9. But this muscle work, Suspector and Sab, is helping Cloud9 get to the finish line.
Can they keep it up here? Very close to that game 1 win. 74 points now. Some great communication. They'll clean up that kill onto Precision. Couple of trades go through, though. LethuL, the last player alive for Sentinels. Cloud9 continue to get this ball time. LethuL waiting patiently for that QT, but it will not be used. Intelligent by the player on the Cloud9 to not use that. And now 11 points is all Cloud9 need to close out game number 1.
LethuL having a game to forget right now. He's been playing so well all tournament, but this game has been giving him issues. And Cloud9, they just keep winning the numbers game. Every time Sentinels is getting a kill, it's being equally traded out by Cloud9, and they're just playing catch at the back of A. This is a game for Cloud9. What a bounce back, right? Round 1 was not close whatsoever. Round 2, round 3 clearly go to Cloud9, and fantastic from them to go up 1-0 in this series.
I mean, very convincing too. They looked so comfortable for that second round and third round, and we'll see. Like you said before, and you made a good point, Sentinels lost that first game in that previous series and came back to win it. So we'll see if Sentinels can bounce back here. Taking a look at the damage, it's Sab with 9,400 damage in that game. That is what you love to see. And it's 2 minutes and 44 seconds there for Sceptify of ball time. You love to see those stats out of that squad. And yeah, we'll see if Cloud9 can continue on that dominance here in game number 2.
Back to game 2. Early start as the slays come out from both sides even. Because Cloud9 just got done winning a round 3 oddball that was crucial to their success, right? Winning those objectives are going to be a big deal for this Cloud9 team.
Yeah, 100%. If they can get this Slayer game as well, I mean, Cloud9 are looking very good to win this series. We've seen some crazy things happen. You were just watching, of course, Shopify versus SSG. That'll be continuing on the mainstream, but we'll keep you updated on it regardless. It's 5-5 now in the Slayer. Well, I guess you can break that table. I didn't know you could break the tables anymore because there's one on B you cannot break. Very interesting, but those always kind of, if you break those, you get a little bit of a deeper angle to stay alive. Falcated not going to utilize that angle, though. He's going to push on the spawns at Cloud9, who are all trapped at C.
And Sentinels is a dangerous team to play in Slayer because of how team-oriented they are. They're very aware of the timings of each other and coordinating on their pushes. Falcated's going to get some nice timing on that play. And the way that you can tell that, right, is when you go look at this team's stats on Slayer. The player with the lowest KD, bubu dubu. He has a .88 in their Slayers. But when you go look at the highest kill assessed death ratio, suddenly it changes. Bubu dubu, the top player on Sentinels in Slayer in this tournament with a 1.63. So there's so much involvement in that teamwork between everyone on this team, right? Someone's gonna have their slaying time, but you're always gonna see high assists whenever you watch a Sentinel Slayer game.
We're definitely seeing that happen now. It's already 6 assists for them. Only 1 assist difference, but that'll change as this game goes on. Falcated with that camo. A little bit of damage being done here, but there's the cleanup he was looking for. A killing spree now for Falcated. To get some split spawns on the C side, and look how quickly he is to push Suspector here. This is not going to allow anyone from the side of Cloud9 to spawn near Suspector, but he's got to find him first. It looks like Suspector, he's going to end up falling. 1 in 5 for him to start this game, not the start he's looking for.
No, certainly not. And that's tough. I'll say over on Cloud9, right? The player that's been performing for this team in Slayers has been Sceptify. It's surprising, right? When we look at his stats in their normal 4v4, when we're talking about every game type, he has the lowest KD on the team with a 0.9. But in the Slayers, he leads his team with a 1.09. He really likes to have that freedom on the map without that gravitational well of objective. He's very good at finding the precise moments and getting behind people and using empty space on the map to get kills.
Well, Sceptify, you're going to see him get 2. That freedom being utilized now, but he's got to be careful. Right now, him and Tusk are the only 2 players left on the cafe side of the map, and Tusk is playing his life really well. You see he's not really peeking an angle. All the nades being thrown, none of them connecting. LethuL, because of that, has to push up. Sceptify going to take him out. That entire time Sceptify lived, created an opportunity for the players to come off a spawn from Cloud9, and Sab somehow staying alive as well, but he'll get taken out piece by piece. Sentinels were able to pick apart this Cloud9 team.
Falcated's been incredible with his play thus far, and Precision will come in and save his life at the final moments, but only 1 death from him thus far, and it's not like he hasn't been aggressive on the map. This guy's the first man in oftentimes. He's just able to know what he can and can't get away with. Impressive to watch thus far.
He's still on a run too. I mean, 1 death is insane in a Slayer, and it's Sentinels up by 3 right now. Such a big deal to not die in Slayers, is as simple as it sounds. And it'll be Sentinels in control of the Bulldog as well. Cloud9 playing a bit slow here, and you can expect that. Looking for some sort of an opportunity. Precision's gonna get Sab in the kill feed. That'll be the very first kill. You see Sab's dead body there, but now the lead has grown to 5 for Sentinels.
Falcated's been interesting this game. He's playing a little bit similar to what you'd see a Royal 2 play in a game. Very isolated on the map and then coming back towards his team to help him. He finally goes down as Sentinels, I think, a little bit too disjointed on their push there. 2 players going down on the right side. Falcated takes the opportunity to try to finish up that damage, but the timing not quite there in order to get the job done.
We'll see if Tusk can stay alive here on the tram side of the map. He's doing a lot of damage. That player on the purple side, that damage will push him back, but now he's in trouble. He could potentially be pushed on the C stairs, and he's ready for that push, but nothing does come out just yet. Instead, he's pushed on every angle. They make sure to take him out of tram. Very important player to take off the map is that player on the top of tram, and they do so.
Where's this backside? Man, right when Cloud9 was getting back in this game, right? We see Sentinels put that distance back on. This shroud screen is going to be vital for getting this camouflage away. I think they're a little bit too early on popping that shroud screen. It almost works against them, right? Cloud9, set yourself up, wait for Sentinels to make the play, get the pick, then play for the camouflage. I think they got the orders of operation just a little bit mixed up there, and then because of that, Sentinels not only able to burn the camouflage, something that Cloud9 needed to start putting some untraded kills on the board, but also just go trade for trade out, which just furthers the win condition for Sentinels.
Great job by Suspector to play his life there. Does a lot of damage to Bubu, who's on that arcade side of the map. They take him out. They actually get 2. This will be the 3rd if they can kill this player on the bottom of B stairs. That'll bring it to a 4-kill lead, but there it is. They finally do. Did they put themselves out of position? Yes. So again, trade for trade is not what you want to see here for the side of Sentinels. They still have a 5-kill lead.
It just seems to be just maintained right at this point. We're seeing a 3-stack push from Sentinels on that B side. They want to get that high ground. For them, they're not really interested about pushing. They want to force Cloud9 to play into them, and until they find a spot where they can find an advantage, which they do on the purple side. Suspector didn't suspect a thing, and just a tough situation from Cloud9. Sentinels spent time to feel that play out, Tim, right? They had all those players on the B side. They waited and said, hey, I think there's too many players on one side. We're going to go push purple because there's no one to watch that cross, and ends up working for them.
As you see, it's not over yet. Cloud9 look to show a bit of life here, but Sentinels are once again allowed inside a C. Cloud9 get away with this Bulldog, which could come to benefit them, but that triple push, lots of nades come out. It's like Sentinels are able to read that push because of the nades that come out. Precision gets a kill. Suspector, though, trying to set himself up for camo. He's a bit too late, and Sentinels take him out as well.
And Cloud9 not getting the timing right. And it costing them dearly in this game. The camouflage able to get away, and players are just going to get hunted down at this point. Cloud9 has to be very careful about how they take these challenges. You can't have too much open ground to let the players of Sentinels follow up and get the kills.
Yeah, and they can't clean up Precision here. This is going to be rough. Tusk gets him. Suspector gets kill as well. It's a 5-kill game.
They have to take bubu down without getting traded out, and that just does not happen. Tusk getting caught out over at the commando side gets Sentinels 1 kill closer, but it also removes that pressure that bubu dubu is feeling, giving Sentinels a rotation towards B, allowing them to find space on the map.
Yeah, they just have half the map to themselves, and LethuL gonna get a kill on the feed now. That brings them to 48. This is all but over here. 49 now to 44. Only 1 kill is what you need. Tusk using the shroud screen to potentially stay alive, but one little bit out of position and he will go down, and Sentinels will tie the series at 1.
Once again, it's a well-assisted game from Sentinels that makes the difference, right? We see 7 to 8 assists for each player on the team. They're all getting involved in their gunfights, and the reality is those 5 to 6 kill differences that we're seeing in these Slayers when they play, it's the teamwork that's causing it.
Just an update as well, Space Station Gaming lose another game to Shopify Rebellion.
We were popping off in the background, I'll let you know, but we do have another match going on, and we are in game number 3 so far. Looks like Cloud9 off to the hot start, getting that camouflage, and Tusk putting Falcated to the respawn screen right away. We have 2 massive upsets happen today. Cloud9 trying to take down Sentinels, as Shopify Rebellion seem to be just moments away from sweeping on the main stage.
What is going on? Like, what is going on? If you want to continue to watch that, we'll keep you updated here, but you can also find it on the main stream. We got to watch Cloud9 to see if, like you said, they can make an upset happen on the side of Sentinels. It's Sceptify now. He's going to be able to get A. Nice shots by him. Takes control of the top of elevator. They get A, and they'll continue to score. That stick was from downtown by bubu dubu. That kills 1 player on that A side. It'll be Sentinels trying to go for B, but oh my gosh, Cloud9 are slaying the side of Sentinels here. Falcated doing all he can to live.
Sweet.
Right now, Cloud9. Oh, look at the boys are popping off.
Wow.
Thought he has words on the other side. Oh boy, Shopify Rebellion make the upset happen over there. Can't the next upset happen as well? Cloud9 off to a hot start against Sentinels, up by over 60 points, just dominant in the beginning of this Strongholds.
Ah, this is spicy. This is what you love to see. You love to see that bit of drama. Keep Halo alive, and that's exactly what's going to do it. Beautiful job, though, by Cloud9. They're looking to make their own upset right now. I mean, there's so many people that are right. Tools, you're right about potentially Shopify going to that grand finals, but I just think that the energy in the room is telling me that a team not in the big three is going to win this event, and it's just crazy to see. Look at Cloud9, 114 points to 1.
They are blitzing through this map at the moment. Sentinels just cannot get themselves to be comfortable. Falcated might just make the play that'll open everything up, but no, a missed shot is devastating to their cause. This will allow Tusk to get back to B for free, and now it comes down to a crucial fight to get Tusk out of B before he captures.
Wow, and he does just that. The nade explodes at the perfect moment. B is reset by Precision, and he stays alive as well. Massive play by Precision. Still alive. Not able to get the trade. That's going to be 2 down for the side of Sentinels, and a chance for Cloud9 with 3 dead for Sentinels to get B and continue to score.
I'd like to see Sceptify play fast, let his teammate kind of help his teammate Tusk at the top, but what's been denying that is LethuL over on the C plat. Just basically helps his teammates all the way across, right? He's nowhere near A, but he helps those players not have to deal with a pinch coming in with both sides. It allows Sentinels to get into a scoring position once again. The problem for Sentinels is it too little too late, right? You let Cloud9 put on 144 points before you got to this setup. It's time to play just about flawless.
Oh, if there's one thing that could bring this score back for the side of Sentinels, it's what's happening right now, and that's a triple cap for Sentinels. That'll really even things out in a very quick fashion. Bubu with the camo as well. We'll see what he's able to do with this. The value he's able to extract from this camo could either win the game for Sentinels or send Cloud9 to the victory screen. A stick will do it, but a stick answer back as well as Sentinels continue to get points.
Well, what was 100 points down is suddenly being chipped away slowly but surely. Sentinels hasn't tried to push in for that trip cap. Very comfortable with the position that they're in now. The question is, how long do they stay comfortable? I think at some point you have to try to make the decision of trying to close this game out rather than withstand a battle of attrition. And here we go. Sentinels flooded the players into A. Falcated is going to have a big responsibility here at the back of pipes to take down this player that's behind everyone else.
Now, we talk about playing the process. That's exactly what Sentinels do. Falcated is the first one to get that player out of that pipe side, to get him out of B. It's 113 and counting, and like I said, completely diminished is that score line. Sentinels look to be in control here. Multiple players from the side of Cloud9 stuck inside that pipe. Sceptify stuck in batteries. He's gonna need assistance, but it does not come in time. 2 down for Cloud9.
Suspector, the last player alive. The problem is he's getting these kills, but it's so far away from where he needs to be. He wants to get more space on the map, but what helps you get there? The grapple. Oh, not just enough. Shock rifle down in the pit. Bubu dubu get a little greedy for it. We'll see if these kills can help Cloud9 get back into a scoring spot. And last time we left off, it was 144 to under 10 points. We come back, Sentinels had scored 143 now. This is an even game.
There's that lead change that was potentially going to happen for the side of Sentinels, but Cloud9 answer back very quickly and continue to score. They've got all of Sentinels trapped on that C side. It's Sceptify looking for that first kill on the push. He gets the nade onto Precision. That'll keep him inside a tower, not allow him to push up. But you see the rest of Sentinels very quick to take out Sceptify in A. They know how important he is, but he's able to get away with his life, get a kill as well. And now 3 down for Sentinels. This will be the 4th kill.
Oh, this is so smart. Oh, I would like to see Sceptify stay patient there. Tusk was on his way to help. He could have stayed alive at the same time, but Cloud9 stands strong at the A B setup. It's been this strong cross between the two players at top gold and top A that have prevented Sentinels from getting much space. Sentinels changed their game plan completely. This time, sending their numbers through long haul to push up through pipes. It's going to be up to Tusk to hit some big shots through the cross.
He decides to overextend towards tower. I really like this play, but this player from tower gets away or tries to. It's lethal. He goes to transfer over to C. And with B being taken by the Sentinels roster, the two players that went down for Cloud9 will spawn behind him on Hydro, and this C will be a cap.
Tusk makes a big play, right? You give up the A spawn, but you trust your teammates to win at B. Unfortunately for them, it just doesn't happen. Sentinels back into a scoring position, but Tusk has been fantastic at getting these rotations in time to put pressure on hills. You essentially give yourself the setup that you've been looking for. AC is the new meta. You love to have an AC setup, but you also need to have players to defend it. And right now, Precision's ripping him apart. There's no one left behind. Overkill for the young man.
That was masterfully played by Precision. A beautiful job playing his life, getting the cleanup kills, listening to those communication, the players pushing through to A. And with that, it's a triple cap for the side of Sentinels. A camo picked up as well as Sentinels look to potentially close this out, but they've got to get that camo. And it's Cloud9 that get 3 down on the side of Sentinels, and they answer back with a BC cap.
They have to be quick on these setups. They have the scoring potential. Sceptify can't lose this gunfight. LethuL with a huge kill. The help came just in time. They're going to be able to battle out the sea, and look how LethuL's pushing up on the map. He's trying to give his teammate as much time isolated in the hill to grab it for his team. Sentinels, they're not out of this yet.
AB setup locked in. There's a player on the top of glass as well to prevent anyone from Sentinels crossing through, and all they need is 13 more points. Falcated gonna try and take that player off of top glass. A very important player to take out. Somehow they sneak inside a B with camo. The rest of the squad pushes through. 2 down for Cloud9.
Tim,
no one goes down for Sentinels.
Look how fast they left their setup as soon as they got B. LethuL immediately pushes over to White Tower. They don't necessarily want to be in B, but they want to capture it. They want to put that pressure on C. They're okay with giving up B as long as they hit the rotation to C. That's what bubu dubu's waiting for over at the C flat. He's waiting for the word that he can push into C.
Here it is. This is it right here. The end game has come upon us. 238 to 227. Sentinels have a 2 cap locked in. It's one play that could change everything right now, and it's this play. 2 players from the side of Cloud9 pushing.
Cloud9 has to commit their players to A. They're just out of time.
They're not going.
They're going to go through the middle of the map. There's no one to watch the cross.
They're not going. Tusk goes down. Bubu falls for the side of Sentinels. They do end up getting B. They're getting A as well. Wait a minute here. LethuL has to stop this player on A. Wait, this play.
No!
Oh my goodness, no way! Sceptify with a massive play to kill LethuL. They'll cap A. Sentinels will cap C, but it's points for Cloud9 to potentially win this game, and they do just that. A 2-1 lead for Cloud9.
Sceptify just waited up the ledge. They never checked the corner. Look both ways. Sceptify with a game-winning play. Absolutely unreal. Cloud9 survived the comeback from Sentinels. And this is just fantastic. I mean, look how patient he is. He's waiting, just waiting. LethuL trying to clear out. He expected him to be in the left corner. No, he's in the right. And right here, you have time, right? They're not capturing anything. Spend a little bit of time. Check your right, check your left. I felt like he gets too caught up in the moment there. And it's a huge blunder and a big play from Sceptify that secures the game.
Mind games, baby. It's chess with weapons. That's what Halo is. And we see a mind game played right there that literally won the game for Cloud9. That has got to be devastating. That has to be just hurtful for the side of Sentinels going into this CTF Argyle. My goodness gracious, are we going to see another upset here? This could be massive if Cloud9 win this.
Argyle flag could determine it all. And oh, I cannot wait to see the snipers get put into work. But this is one of the best games you're going to see all weekend. This overkill, I thought it could have been over with this. This is how Sentinels get themselves in their trip cap. I think Sentinels gets too caught up on this camouflage, right? You know the team is going to be towards C. You don't have to push out and make the big play for camo. This camouflage causes Sentinels to go 3 down. I think maybe just a bit too aggressive with it. And, you know, maybe things change if he's able to pick up that player at Sceptify over at Blue Pipes. But just Cloud9, I feel like they didn't put enough hurt on them when they had them in this trip cap. They should have tried to end the game here, bait the camouflage instead.
Wow. What incredible Halo we have watched this weekend so far, and it's not even close to over. It's just Saturday, and we still have matches remaining. You love to see this high-level play 3 years into Halo Infinite. Just want to give a shout out to everyone watching the stream. Of course, we can't do this without your support. We are community funded, which means we don't get paid to do these streams. We don't receive revenue from HCS or any sponsorships or anything like that. It's you guys watching ads and subbing to the channel that help out.
Think about it. If we didn't have the supported channel, if you all weren't subbing to us, that game that just happened would just like went on cast. You know what I'm saying? Like, no one would have seen the start to finish of that. You know, we want to make sure that every game that we can cast can be casted. That was our mission when LVT was started, right? We saw back in Halo 5 that they're going to have a bunch of official HCS tournaments that just weren't going to have casters on them. And wasn't going to have a broadcast at all. And we wanted it to step up and provide that to the community. And well, what is it, like 4 or 5 years later, it feels like? Man, it's been a long journey. Well, we're here today covering these lands, going out to most of them. This is the first land we haven't been having a presence at since the inception of Halo Infinite, and at least we're able to cover it from home because, man, the matches today have just been incredible to watch.
Yeah, and I mean, you like we said, you can support with a sub. You can support by watching ads, but if you don't want to do either one of those, you can have yourself a nut. Exclamation mark nut in the chat. Get yourself some nut milk. It is delicious. As you can see, you get $5 off by using code LVT. Ninja, if you guys know Ninja, the big time streamer, also Halo aficionado, he's a co-founder of that as well. So definitely check it out if you want to support LVT in another way. Get yourself some nut milk.
Here we go. Game number 4. Sentinels. Tournament life is on the line. Cloud9 trying to make the upset of the tournament happen. Remember, just a series ago, Sentinels had SSG on the ropes up 2-0 in the winner's bracket. Now, tournament life on the line.
Nice shot by Suspector, and a great way to start this game off. They really got to start off strong here, Tools. If I'm being completely honest, you cannot let up whatsoever on the Sentinels roster. One slip up, one maybe, you know, not giving 100% the entirety of this game is going to cost you, and Sentinels will sniff that out immediately. So if you're Cloud9, you really have to go full throttle here, use everything you've got, and then take a break afterwards. But this is a very important game here for the side of Cloud9.
Oh, look how slow this has been. We're almost a minute and a half in. How many kills have been on the map? 2 kills. We're averaging a kill a minute in the game right now. Come on, move up. But that's how much respect. This is a serious game. And while the first pick's in, here we go. Cloud9, they're going to look for a push.
Very important here. This push is going to be massive. It's Falcated who finds the kill on Sceptify. Suspector evens things up just a bit. A nice shot to answer back, but he has to live. Has the sniper inside of vents, one of the most powerful positions on Argyle, and he's putting it to work. Precision goes down as well.
Suspector's been unbelievable in the clutch today. Killing spree for him as he's been popping off with the sniper. The skulls of his opponents will be added to the body of this sniper in his hands. This has been incredible to watch from him. Stepping up in the big moments. The only thing I have to criticize for Cloud9, you're getting all these good kills.
Yeah.
There hasn't been any offensive action behind it.
It's so difficult on Argyle. You got to slay multiple times, but you're right. You got to be aggressive. You got to take action and take space on the map. And right now, Cloud9 haven't done that, and it allowed Sentinels to get control of the vents themselves. Sniper's going to be out of ammo for Precision here, but still, vent control going to be important. Sceptify does fall. Precision just waiting for a free kill. If you can get that free kill, if you're Sentinels, it'll just work out so well. He's got Repulsor as well to live, so he's in a very good position here. Also starting this game 4-2-1, so having a very solid start as well.
Well, I think we've probably seen a combined 10 seconds at most of teams crossing the half line, right? There has been no work on the other side of the map for either of these sides really in this game yet. And at some point, someone's going to have to try to make a play. And my question is, who's going to be the one that does it? That's brilliant work from Precision. He knew there was a player coming up. What do? You use that repulse to guarantee that you get your shields back. You live to fight another day.
All it takes is 5 seconds to get those shields back. We'll see what Precision's able to do here, though. No more repulse. Got a bandit to work with, though. There is a player inside of vents, I believe, that will drop on him, but he's ready for it. Killing spree for Precision. And with that kill, they will take that space you talk so much about. And Bubu, with that kill, will solidify control of the map.
Precision's been playing masterfully on this half line, and here we go. Sentinels, this is their chance. You have to come away with a flag cap here. This is a game at the pace that is being played is probably going to finish 1-0 with how these teams have been giving each other respect.
Yeah, they have to fight off this push, though. Cloud9 really need to get a couple of kills here. Lots of nades will go out.
Great
Sab
play.
is the first one to die. Precision finds that kill. And with that, with 2 down for the side of Cloud9, they will now look for an opening. Suspector waiting for that, but he'll go down. Due to the information, they'll get a trade with Tusk, but that flag has been pulled.
And LethuL's doing a great job of just holding back the players from coming out of the base easy enough. And although he goes down only getting 1 kill, what he did was he tried to buy his flag carrier as much time as possible. Precision's wrapping the corner. Can he push this flag in? It's at home. No, he goes down. That flag's at the home stand. Cloud9, can you make a golden line stand?
It's 3 dead, but they spawn on the back of base. So they have an opportunity to get the slays that they need, and they do so. There could be a cap. It will be a cap. 2 down. Sceptify's not in position. Sentinels are taking a safe route, but they'll get that cap in. A 1-0 lead here for Sentinels.
Suddenly, Cloud9 going down 2 at a time. This opens up the map for Sentinels, right? They've had to play such closed positions for such a long time. I'd like to see them try to get into that similar spot where they can start moving up on the map once again. Last time it was Precision that caused everything to start to move forward with his play over at the vent. Falcated is going to take his turn as Precision sitting in the back of his base, I believe with possibly a sniper in his hands.
The pace slows once again. The QT at the top center. 12 seconds on that, but there's LethuL with that first kill. Bubu ends up getting traded out, though. The push ensues. Sceptify gonna get 1. He's traded out. So 2-on-2 situation now. Tusk finds a way through. He's gonna get killed as well. It's Falcated now on a killing spree. First you had Precision. Now you have Falcated. 9-3 for Precision. And Falcated 8-4. Really big game out of both of those guys.
Well, Falcated and the rest of Sentinels are treating these vents as if it's Thermopylae. Like, it is the choke point that they've been holding down. It's the key to success. Once again, they get another 2 kills, and Falcated making a risky play to get that flag out. It's in the front base, but Cloud9 certainly have a chance to get a quick return here.
Yeah, it's plays like that. If you continue to cycle them through, it will hurt you. But I understand wanting to up the pace of the game just a bit. Sceptify somehow gets alive or stays alive there. I don't know how.
I like this from Precision. Yeah, what a cheeky angle using that QT. I'd like to see him just go back.
Yeah.
Take the fight.
I feel like QT's not used as much as it should be. Still, I think that
3 down.
That's really big. This could be a pull here. The spawns come out in the back of base as well.
Does Cloud9 even have a chance to contest this? I mean, look how powerful this setup is. Bubu Dubu's top mid shooting down on the spawners. Precision sees anyone that comes out of the base. They don't even have a chance to contest, and bubu dubu rips the face of Tusk.
Well, they get a couple that fall through, but yeah, they end up getting slayed. Their Tusk and Sab both fall. You do get 2 trades, but being at the bottom center of the map, not what you want if you're a Suspector, but he's going to just try and live and maybe potentially nade the snipe off the map. I'm not sure if it will go off the map or if it went towards him, but regardless, bubu, oh my goodness gracious, bubu somehow stays alive, has 2 bullets left to snipe, and will continue to live on his side, playing a bit of defense as 2 of his teammates fall.
Cloud9, you're 0-2 in the game right now. What you've been doing, it certainly has not been working. Sentinels is outplaying you at your own game.
True.
It's time to completely change how you play this. Play fast, get aggressive, try to go for some knockout blows.
Well, bubu takes the knockout blow to Tusk's face. The Spectre tries to find a hole, tries to make it through. He gets taken out as well. bubu, 12 and 5. We're talking about precision. We talked about Falcated. But I mean, my goodness gracious, this Sentinels roster has come alive. And what a time to do so. Especially in the elimination bracket. They do not want to go out this early to Cloud9.
Cloud9, I mean, you're running out of time. There's just over 3 minutes on this clock. We saw how long it took to get the first flag on board, and now Sentinels seem to be flowing on the map much easier than before. This is dangerous, and bubu dubu, he knows there's only one player on the map. I'm pulling this thing back home. This is the promised land ahead. Game 5 almost looks to be a certainty at this point. It's all over extensions from Cloud9. This is their final moment. They have to find a return.
Well, 2 of them end up falling. They end up getting Falcated for that, but they've got to deal with Precision, who has not been missing a shot today. Sniper picked up, though, I believe. That flag going to make it through. Sab gets a kill on the LethuL. bubu makes sure to kill Sab. No one there to touch, but all they have to do is take care of Tusk, and those spawners, or Sab as a spawner, will come through. Looks like they do pull it. There's still 2 minutes left. This is not over just yet, but it's 3 down for the side of Cloud9. That potentially is gonna be it. We will, unless a miracle happens, be going to a game 5.
Sab trying to 1v4 the team. Unfortunately, nothing's gonna come of that. They're just flooding through the middle, and Sentinels just knows it's done. We're going to game 5.
There it is. Sentinels looking a bit diffy in that game. 18, 10, and 7 out of Precision. What a massive game. One that you needed, right? You bring it to a game 5. You give yourselves another chance. Obviously not happy at the reverse sweep that SSG had given them. They're looking for revenge, and they'll get it if they can close out this game 5. But Cloud9, previous Slayer, they lost 45-50. Cloud9, I wouldn't say is one of the strongest teams in the HCS at Slayer, so we're gonna have a little bit of a tough game on their hands.
This is tough. I mean, all of the momentum that Cloud9 had in this series just got zapped away. Let's be clear, right? The games were close, all 3 until you got to that one, and there was nothing close about it. Cloud9, they played the midline. They played very defensive, and it just wasn't the answer. You have to find a solution and completely change what happened in game 4 when you come into this next layer.
I think a break is in order here. Step away for a minute. Talk things out. Whatever you need to do to clear your head. You're obviously at a point to contest these guys. I will say, though, I feel like in that game 4 is a very different Sentinels, right? Even that game 3, obviously it was a very close game, but Sentinels look really good in game 4. Maybe a strong game type map combination for them, but now we go to live fire once again, a map where Cloud9 won in game number 1. Is obviously oddball, but like you said before, and I agree with you, and it's very obvious, but you have a lot less to worry about in a Slayer, right? So if Cloud9 can do that well in terms of the oddball, they can continue that here in Slayer. Either way, I'd love to have a great game 5 ahead of us. This could be a massive upset for Cloud9.
Yeah, I mean, it's still on the table, right? You've done all that work to get to game 5. Clear the mind. Make sure that you're in top shape and that you're ready to compete. one way that these players could stay in top shape. You know, they might need a little bit of a boost. You know, might be getting a little bit hungry, maybe a little thirsty on the stage. Game 5 is here, and Cloud9 coming off an 0-3 defeat on Argyle. Have to clutch up here and now. Suspector has been their top player whenever it comes to the Slayers. He's had a 1.08 KD on the Slayers here today. Expect to see him be involved in any gunfight.
3-2 so far for Sentinels. That sniper sits up top center. Want to see who's able to grab that. It's going to be a kill for Sab and Sceptify. Precision walks past the sniper, decides to want to go for this camo, which would have been a little easier maybe with that snipe in his hands, but he gets taken out. Tusk gets a double, and that's now camo in the hands of Cloud9.
Big opportunity for Cloud9. You need to put as much distance on this scoreboard early in the game as possible. We've seen Sentinels already have a double-digit comeback in a massive Slayer game, just a series before when they played against Reversal Perfy.
Oh, beautiful double there by Tusk. Can't allow that comeback to happen, and yes, 100% it will be based on this start. If Cloud9 are able to make this upset happen, Sentinels are not going to make it easy. As you can see, Bubu not missing the shot there. It's a 1-kill lead for Cloud9, which was once a couple kills, is now tied up 10-10.
This is really going to be the battle, in my opinion, of Precision and Sceptify. They've been the two players that have been showing out in Slayers for both these teams. Both of them sporting a 1.09 in the competition. Precision averaging just under 14 kills in in the Slayer games that he's played at HCS London.
Yeah, they got to shut him down. Bubu playing extremely slow here. Sceptify is looking for a play inside the vents. He might get it, actually. He will get it. That's a trade. Not what they were expecting. They also didn't expect that double push towards top center. Precision going to run in with the AR. Tony would be proud. And it's a 1-kill lead.
Work.
Yeah.
It's so vital for him to stay alive, right? Getting kills that are untraded is really the key to success when you're playing a Slayer. Now, you have to find the perfect collapse on these players over at Cuts. Camouflage is coming up. This is a big moment for both these teams.
Well, they end up getting a couple trades. Precision and Tusk and Sceptify. 3 down for Cloud9. Couple trades come out for Sentinels. Falcated's going to have that camo. He'll pop that camo and drop the QT, of course. It's a 2-kill lead. Suspector, the first one to fall. Precision, though, falls as well. And look at that. So quickly are Sentinels to aggress off that 1 kill. And now they've got a staggered spawn. Cloud9 needs to be careful here.
The second camouflage is always so important in a Slayer game on live fire because it's when the sniper comes up just after it, right? So you get this camouflage, you're able to find those opening picks and you get yourself space to then get the sniper that allows the map to spiral out of control. Cloud9, this is where your tournament is going to be made or break. Can you stabilize in a position where Sentinels have all the goodies to work with?
Oh my gosh. It is just so much damage being output here. Bubu confidently continues to peek through the big door, and he somehow stays alive with 2 players.
Look at the split spawn. Who is that? That's Sceptify all the way in the back. He gets caught out by bubu dubu. This could be devastating for Cloud9. He just has no help. A tough spawn for him to deal with.
Yeah, this lead is getting out of hand here. LethuL gets a snipe kill in the feed as well. Precision gets his own kill. And now what was once tied is now a 10-kill lead for the side of Sentinels.
And it all started with that camouflage that we saw come up around the 9-minute mark. It's so vital for your team to get away with it because of how it snowballs the map. Sentinel suddenly not only got the camo, they're able to get the snipe in their possession. They're able to control the pace of the game. Now, there's going to be no utility for Cloud9 to work with for a minute here. They're going to have to make up some ground bandit on bandit.
The problem is, as well, as Bubu continues to stay alive with no shields. You got to find a way to kill this man. That's the 3rd time in a row now I've seen him on screen living with no shields for such a long period of time. Not able to clean up that damage that you're doing. You're not going to be able to minimize this lead. 30-17.
Precision had a very slow start to this game.
Yep.
Now we look back, just a cycle through. He's 9 kills for his team, leading the charge. He's been fantastic in the Slayers in London for his team. LethuL with that sniper is holding it down. The win condition is here for Tusk. You have to hold on to this camouflage and find value. The problem is this team just keeps falling down around him.
Yeah.
And by the time this camo gets into play, he's going to have maybe just 10 seconds left to play with it.
Great shots by him, though. He seems like he's firing on all cylinders right now. But like you said, everyone continues to fall around him. Finally, a bit of life shown here by Cloud9. This kill would be massive on the bubu. He somehow stays alive once again with no shields. Teammate cleans it up, and Tusk will fall because of it.
Bubu Dubu's just been incredible with his play in this game, right? We talked about his KD in Slayer. He has the lowest on his team, but when you look at the kill assist death ratio, he has the highest by a significant margin. His ability to stay alive and get assists have been the difference maker for this team today.
A 10 kill lead remains here, 35-25. New snipe is coming up. Cloud9 needs to somehow pull a rabbit out of a hat to get this victory. It's gonna be tough, but it starts with Tusk getting a kill in the feed, a clean one at that. No deaths here for the side of Cloud9 just yet. Tusk gets away with a sniper as well, but you see the bottom center push is ensuing. LethuL gonna be that out player, putting damage in. They've got to kill him. Sceptify cannot find him, though, and Sceptify is going to fall because of it.
Sneaky plays by LethuL. Sometimes they're in the place that you never expect them to be. I mean, who stays up in a high position like that when they're one shot? Sceptify didn't even bother to look.
Another trade comes through. 9 kill lead now. Once you get this lead in Slayer, it's just so difficult to come back from it. You need an outer source. You need like a camo or a sniper, and Cloud9 have had both of those, and they haven't been able to do anything with this scoreline. 20 seconds for camo.
Precision's a dangerous player here, right? When you want to secure this camouflage, usually you come up to sandbags to try to ensure your team can get away with it. What Precision does at back green is he's just waiting for the call. If anyone tries to come up through middle into sandbags, he can spring into action and immediately put damage down. They're not concerned about getting away with the camouflage. All they're concerned right now is about denying Cloud9 getting away with this camouflage for free.
This is one of the resources they need if they want to bring this game back. 4 minutes left. I don't expect this to go to time, as Sentinels have approached 40 almost. But it's a potential.
LethuL wants to make a play. He's waiting for help. He says, hey, I want to go. He's got that repulse. Oh, man. Precision has no fear. You see how LethuL's waiting for anything and anyone to make his play. Precision just goes out the doorway, gets the damage down. LethuL says, hey, I'll clean it all up. Tusk has a sniper, but his teammates fall around behind him. Precision gets the back tap as LethuL sends up the alley-oop. They're putting them all down. This is Sentinels at their best.
It's surgical. I mean, that's just a beautiful play. You saw LethuL waiting for the exact opportunity. Comes up at a perfect time with some information, with some communication, and they're able to take out multiple players on that C side. And if you look at Cloud9, that was one opportunity for them to potentially bring this game back. And now that that's gone, I'm not sure what they can do. They have to wait literally a minute and 15 seconds for the next camo, and all the while not die 5 more times. That's going to be a tough one.
Falcated having an incredible game for his team. 13-7, just about double positive, showing up when it mattered the most. And we talked about how he was going to be the one that needed to show up for his team this tournament, and they're going to play as high. He's that player that they depend on to be that top slayer. He's definitely done so today. Just 4 more kills for Sentinels. Cloud9, they're desperately trying to make something happen, but it's just such a tough position to be in. There really is no right solution. You need everything to line up your way.
Yeah, I understand the damage the Spectre is doing there, but you're challenging those shields when Sentinels only need 4 kills. It's just tough. 30 seconds for this camo to come up, but you see Sentinels are not allowing them to wait for that. Sceptify does get a kill there onto Precision. They get Falcated down to no shields. I mean, this is going to be tough.
Well, Sentinels isn't going to give up anything for free, right? So for Sentinels, it's okay for them to take a long time to get this job done. If Cloud9 is going to get back into this game, it's going to be very slow. And with 2 minutes left on the clock, Cloud9 at some point is going to be pressured to make a play. And that's when Sentinels will strike.
Well, sliding out is a play. That's going to take Sceptify down to no shields. Precision going to look for the cleanup there, but he'll get it. And LethuL will get his kill. One more kill is all Sentinels need. Precision the last player alive, but he's got the camo. Decides to run away with it. I don't mind this at all. Just make sure to solidify this win for your squad.
Yeah, you might as well try to style out with this thing, right? You only have 30 seconds on it. I'd like to see him try to make a play. Cloud9, they're all 4-second with each other. They just have to hope that everything goes right.
And it's not going to go right. Sceptify does get
maybe.
2, but yeah, there it is. The trade comes out, and that will be it. Sentinels will move on. Cloud9 will go home, but what a close series that was, and almost an upset. We had so many close games, but that Argyle really set Sentinels apart from this Cloud9 roster. You really saw what they were capable of, and even in that game 5, you saw what they were capable of there as well. Some masterful plays that look surgical. I mean, beautiful job by Sentinels.
And the big thing to take away when you watch that series, if you want to apply something into your gameplay at home, is that not every camouflage is as important as the next, right? We saw how important that second camouflage was to Sentinels because of the ramifications of what happens next. With the sniper coming up 30 seconds after that camo comes up, it's the perfect tool to ensure that you get the power weapons in your possession and that you have a moment to run away with the game.